Wesley Bowes, Ivy Tech Community College, Com 101. Do you ever wake up more tired than you were before you went to sleep? Do you ever drive home at night after work and fight falling asleep in the car while driving? Do you have zero energy throughout the day? Do you ever get dizzy? You may have sleep apnea, if those are any causes that you may have. Sleep apnea affects 12 million people in the United States, according to the Mayo Clinic. And what sleep apnea is a disorder where people do not gain the restful sleep during the nighttime that they should. They only get, there's 3 stages of sleep. There's going to sleep, the first stage is light sleep, second stage is dream stage, and third stage is deep sleep. And they never really get into dream state or deep sleep because they're waking up by not being able to breathe the whole time. Some of the signs and symptoms of sleep apnea are excessive daytime sleepiness, loud snoring while asleep, your breathing stops while you're sleeping, so your brain's not telling you to breathe correctly. If you ever wake up short of breath, wake up taking in a deep breath, you might have sleep apnea. Or if you ever awake with a dry mouth or sore throat, meaning that you were sleeping with your mouth open all night and it's dried things up, dried your tissues up inside, you may have sleep apnea. There are 2 major types of sleep apnea. One is obstructive sleep apnea, which is where the tissues in your neck actually close down and obstruct the airway. And the other is central sleep apnea, which is the more dangerous of the 2 because your brain forgets to tell your body to breathe. Obstructive sleep apnea, some of the risk factors are excess weight, carrying on a little bit more pounds than what you should be. You could actually have apnea. The size of your neck. If you have a short, squat, thick neck like I do, you may have sleep apnea. You're more apt to have sleep apnea with a short, squat, thick neck. There's more tissue, smaller areas, a lot more mass. High blood pressure, narrow airway, those are both other factors in obstructive sleep apnea. Now here, according, looking at the picture, you have your soft tissues, you have your uvula, your tonsils, and your adenoids all relaxed during obstructive sleep apnea. Now what happens is whenever you snore, it's actually the tissues flapping back and forth, and sometimes they can get stuck together for a while and you cannot breathe. But whenever you're snoring, it's that flapping back and forth of those soft tissues. So that could actually be obstructive sleep apnea. Now, central sleep apnea, like I said before, is whenever your brain forgets to tell your body to breathe. For some reason, your brain doesn't register that you are high on CO2, or carbon dioxide, and doesn't tell your body, we need to exhale the carbon dioxide and inhale more oxygen to feed your body. Now, the average person runs between 95 and 98% oxygen. Whenever I did my sleep test, I was running between 79 and 81% while asleep. So I am way low as far as the sleep oxygen levels that I'm supposed to have, and that also leads to having restless sleep, because you're not getting deep sleep by not getting those oxygen levels. You're not reviving your system. So the central apnea, with the brain not telling your body not to breathe as often, is going to load up your body with carbon dioxide, which makes you even more tired. Males are much more likely to develop sleep apnea, obstructive and central sleep apnea, as females are. Males are in a high-risk category for sleep apnea. So there are treatments for sleep apnea. One, lose some weight. If you have some excess weight, if you can lose 10, 15 pounds, keep it off. You may not have to go to a more moderate treatment. You may be able to just lose the weight and you'll be okay with the sleep apnea. If you smoke and you quit smoking, it may clear your apnea up. CPAP is a constant pressure machine. What it does is it lets air flow into your airways at a certain meterage that you have to go and get a sleep test to know how many centimeters it will take for the CPAP machine to work to keep your airways open. Oral appliances, what those are kind of like football mouthpieces that you bite down on during sleep, but you hold it into your mouth and you're keeping your jaw open, which helps you keep your airways open, is another way of treating sleep apnea. Or you could actually have surgery, which would be reducing the size of the uvula, your adenoids, and removing your tonsils. I hear the surgery is very painful, in the beginning once you're trying to recover from it, but after the surgery is completed and you're fully recovered, that your sleep, you shouldn't have any problems with sleep apnea. This is a picture of a CPAP machine. It's very similar to the one that I have now whenever I go to sleep. And what you do is you place it over top of your nose. They have some neoprene masks that hold it in place. You turn the machine on. It starts out at a low pressure, so it's not so discomforting. And it takes like a 20-minute ramp time. So it takes 20 minutes to go from a low pressure to the high pressure that you need to keep your airways open. And by that 20 minutes, they're hoping you're asleep. If you're not, you can reset the machine again. But while you're asleep, that constant air pressure drives all your airway open, doesn't let it close. So where I was a major snorer, I used to snore like a grizzly bear before I had this machine. My wife actually can't get any sleep at night because I'm so quiet. She's used to me being loud, but now I'm so quiet. She's like, is he really breathing? So if you've seen any of these signs, or you recognize any of this sign, wake up. Go to the doctor. You need to get better sleep at night. I'm living proof right now that, after a few weeks of being on the CPAP machine, I feel loads better than what I did before I was on the CPAP machine whenever I was struggling with my apnea. I feel like I have more energy now. I don't try to fall asleep while I'm driving. I get home off of work. I can do things at night. I have more energy for my kids. So you need to wake up, smell the coffee. If you have any of these symptoms, you need to go to the doctor and take care of it.